Alright, Libra, what's going on here? The underlying energy that we're starting with today is the Five of Swords. Y'all, this means that there's some ruthless behavior. There's some doing everything that you can to win. It's an unsatisfying victory. It's a victory that you win, but you're not having that emotional fulfillment because you did everything that you needed to do. You did everything that you could possibly do to get this victory. So there's something going on in regards to just kind of, being ruthless. So this is like a ruthless kind of energy that we have going on right now. The heart of your reading, though, is based off of a Ace of Wands. So this is the new beginning, a spark of an exciting and passionate new beginning. This ruthlessness could be causing that. Like, this could be something that you guys did to get this new beginning. I don't think so, but the problem is in regards to this new beginning. It's exciting. You guys want to start it. All that goodness. This is speaking of new passions. There's also new projects and stuff. So if some of you guys are, starting a new business project or you guys got creative ideas going, that's what's being sparked right now. That's what's the problem. Maybe you guys aren't able to get these things. Maybe you guys are having this new beginning or wanting this passionate beginning, but you guys aren't able to have it because of some news that was received. That is what's crossing you, by the way, the Page of Wands. So maybe you guys have gotten some news that's kind of putting this beginning at hold. Or this could be the beginning of a passionate start. The aces and pages are beginnings. Because when you're a child, you grow up, you have to start somewhere. You start as a kid. So this could be sparking something new. This could be very, passionate and very exciting. Something that you're dealing with right now. Okay? So, like I said before, this is dealing with some news. This is some information that you guys have received, because pages are also messages. They're not just children. In your crowning energy, I know I said in the past, it's crowning energy to me meant what you want, what you're dealing with, and what you need to do to get what you want. This is right now we're going to be focusing on the advice of that section mostly. So, as far as this goes, This is basically saying, be appreciative of what you have. Don't focus on the spilled milk. Don't look towards the past. And don't be so focused on what is gone. Just be happy at what you have, which is still a relationship, the Two of Cups. Two of Cups represents a soulmate connection. This represents a connection between two people coming together. Be aware that you still have something great in front of you. That you still have something soluble from the things that have been lost. So just look at your love life in a more optimistic way. Why? Because in the past, you had the hermit. You had time to retreat. You had time to look within yourself for answers in your love life, or for yourself in regards to this relationship that you guys are in. You guys were able to, go off on your own, or perhaps even kind of like minimize communication because you had to figure out what you needed to do, or what you wanted to do for yourself, or what you felt like you deserved for yourself in the past. The hermit is about going off on your own. It's about separating yourself from the world that you are in and being able to, figure out things within yourself, connect back with yourself. After a hard time. And this is also a 9 too. But in the present, though, you're dealing with the King of Pentacles. This is someone that you see that you could see as very abundant, that's very good with money, that's sharing their wealth. Someone that is a businessman as well, or this could be someone that you're actually dating, which is a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This person is in your life right now. Like I said before, I like to see kings as outside factors, as someone that's your outside, and if it was a queen, I would square it more to you. So. But this could also be you as well. You could see yourself as, a money maker, or someone that's really focused on their financial situation. This is also someone that's very grounded. You guys could be seeing yourself as very grounded. But I think this has something to do with somebody that is that's really focused on their career, and someone that's very grounding as far as financial stuff goes, but he's very geared towards money. Okay? He could be grounded in a relationship sense, but something just screams at me, money. Okay? Justice is what you guys see in your foreseeable future. You guys see fairness, balance, karma coming back into this, because what justice means is it is getting things back in order. There's the universe doesn't just leave things to ruin and things to be unbalanced. There's always karma that goes ahead and intervenes. Now, I have my issues with with karma. I'm going to be honest, but I have seen karma take its actions, especially with me, because there's certain things that I would do, and I would be served in the justice way that they see. Now, this could mean that you guys could interact with another Libra. You could see yourself as being the person that provides justice, but there's going to be some karma getting back. There's going to be some karma balancing the situation, and or there's going to be some balance restored into this relationship. Let's go ahead and clarify the rest of this reading here. Ace of Wands. All right. Oh, wow. The Ace of Wands is in regards to the King of Wands. So perhaps you guys are dating a Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries. But this is a new beginning with someone that you see is very passionate, very charismatic. Someone that is very creative and very social, very outgoing, and someone that's quite active. So this new beginning could be starting off with this person. Congratulations. But let's see what is the Page of Wands doing there. Why is it hindering this new beginning? What news is keeping you guys from starting this new beginning? Or what is this sparking passion in your relationship that's starting here? Oh! Y'all are having a lot of sex. Or maybe you guys aren't having a lot of sex. This is supposed to be a passionate beginning. And what you got here is the devil. Ooh, y'all are just getting laid. You guys are getting laid a lot. Maybe there is some news in regards to your sex life, or maybe there's some news in regards to old habits, or habits that are diminishing the passion. Maybe there is this passionate beginning is lacking in some passion, and it's lacking in the passion because of some old habits, or some habits that are just kind of not sexy. Or you guys are starting this passionate beginning with a fire sign, or someone that you see is very passionate, and y'all having a lot of sex. Y'all are guilty as charged. You know that? Y'all are guilty as charged. Get laid, ladies and gentlemen. Get laid. To clarify the crowning energy, which is the Five of Cups, you have the Knight of Swords. This is fighting for what you believe in, speaking your truth, charging in with your truth. This is also very combative energy. So I think this really what they're saying is not only let go of the past, but really focus on what you guys have and being appreciative. That is your truth. Fight for what you believe in, which is your relationship. Don't fight. Don't just sit there and stop and think, oh man, all the stuff that I had that I could have had is gone. No. Be happy for what you got. Go after what you have. It's alright. Speak your truth as well. Don't be afraid to speak your truth. If you come off a little immature and combative, okay. But that's not the point. The point is that you guys say what you need to say. Now, what you guys got for the Hermit in the past is the Moon. So that could mean that you went off on your own based off of some confusion, some things being hidden. Maybe there's just some kind of disillusionment in the past, and you guys went off on your own to seek out the clarity in the situation. Maybe you guys were connecting with your intuitive selves. You guys were really tapping into your spiritual self. This was an empowering moment in your life where you did go off and retreat. You did get some time to think. You did get some time to, look within yourself and connect to yourself in a very deep and intuitive way. Excuse me. So that is deep, guys. That's deep. Because the Moon represents Pisces, and Pisces is about, it's the highest intuitive power in the zodiac sign. speaking of it being the last. Wow. The King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is somebody that's obviously juggling practical stuff and not really focusing on the emotional stuff. That's balancing, that's keeping balance of work, home, bills, etc. So somebody that sees themselves as just kind of not just making money, but keeping balance of the stuff that they've got going on. Like I said before, though, the only issue with this is that his back is towards the ocean. He's got rushing waves, so there's some serious, emotions going on here, and it's not really being paid attention to. So either you guys are being, focusing on your work instead of, your emotions, which is what this relationship is about. So you guys can kickstart this new beginning. There isn't any spark to anything because there's some old habits that need to be dealt with. This King of Wands is hindering, this new beginning, this exciting new beginning with this King of Wands is being stopped because there's some news about some old habits that you've seen or that just came up, something that came up regarding some old habits that need to be worked on, and you're just gonna keep working at it, and maybe that's what's up. And right now, instead of really working at it, you guys are kind of more focusing on the practical side, like work and financial abundance. Okay. What do we have here? The Six of Pentacles to clarify the justice in the future. Wow. That speaks to me as definitely getting things in order, things getting balanced, the balance of give and take. So maybe there's some issues, or maybe there's some compromising issues, or some communication issues, maybe, because you do have the Knight of Swords there. He wouldn't be rushing in for nothing, okay? Or maybe some passionate stuff going on. But this is some balances that's going to be giving into. There's some balance of give and take. This is going to be some balance restored in your future. That's how you guys see it. And I think that's a very optimistic way of looking at your future, guys. Okay? But just don't feel pessimistic in the time. There's so much work that has to be done, yes. But it doesn't mean that that it can't be done and you guys have a really good future ahead of you. In your outcome, you have the Knight of Swords. That means someone that's charging in with their truth, ready to fight for it, as a matter of fact. I see the Knight of Swords as the fastest knight in the tarot deck, and I know people say the the Knight of Wands is the fastest knight in the zodiac, but he comes in charging with his sword up, ready to battle, based off of his truth. Now, the Knight of Wands, I can understand why, because the Knight of Wands is someone that's like, okay, I'm here for 5 minutes, but I'm gonna be out and if the shit, gets serious or shit's a fan or whatever. But to me, he is ready, he's fighting, and he's going in with diligence. And the fact that it's speed that he's taking and he's using, that just speaks to me as more fast than the because of the Knight of Wands. Because think about it, if it's a good party, why would the knight leave early? Now, what you guys have to clarify that is the Magician. You guys have everything that you need. You guys are ready. You guys are absolutely ready for this. Speak your truth. You guys are prepared. You're channeling energy from a higher source, as seen with the past here with the Hermit and the Moon. You've taken that time out to reflect and look within yourself, connect with your intuitive side, and be able to, channel the energy through you, so that way you can speak your truth as clearly and as clearly as you can. Like I said, you guys, if it makes you guys look immature and stuff, so be it. But that's not the point. The point is being able to speak your truth, so that way you can get justice. You can have that justice in the future. And you guys are doing a great job. Keep speaking your truth. Keep going. Focus on the old issues that need to be fixed, if they're bad enough, you know what I'm saying? With moderation. Have fun. Have sex. Enjoy your new beginning. But until those issues are brought up, until you're speaking your truth, until you get in that balance, keep working at it. You guys are doing good. Reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. Now, if you guys don't actually have an ex coming back, This could mean there's a situation that's kind of coming back, like a past situation or a situation in this new relationship that's kind of similar to a past relationship. So what's coming back up is old issues from a past relationship that are unrelated to the past relationship, right? Like, let's say your ex drank a ton of coffee and he used to just burp all the time after that, right? Your new boo could be doing the same thing and burping all the time, right? That's the same problem. Or he drinks soda, or he or she drinks soda, excuse me, and she burps all the time, and he burps all the time, and it's like, oh my gosh, that's from my last relationship. Things like that. It's not small stuff. It could be bigger. I'm just pointing out an example. So that could mean that there's some situations that's arising up from the past, returning in this relationship, making itself present in a current relationship, and you don't want that. I mean, if you want it, you can keep it. If you don't want it, then I suggest, doing whatever you need to do. You guys have the Observer card, which is 49. Let's go ahead and read the essential oracle and relationship meanings of this card here. Alright, essential meanings. Perspective, objectivity, neutral observation from a distance. The oracle's message. People see the world through a personal lens. They closely identify with their feelings and experiences, so much so that they come to believe that these are the only reality. There are times when you need distance in order to gain perspective and understand your situation from a more neutral vantage point. Now is one of those times in your life. This is a perfect moment for you to begin to do some exploring. Instead of only considering yourself, consider what you need to understand about the circumstances, people, culture, environment you're engaged with now. You'll be so happy you did. Illumination is the miracle you seek and will indeed find. Relationship message. Sometimes you just can't see the forest for the trees in your way. Feelings can get all jumbled up, and often you hear one thing when a person says another. It can be like an echo of an unresolved past experience dubbed over your conversation. Take time out before you react. It's likely the other person has no idea how his or her words have affected you. Take a few steps back and lend understanding to the situation. Have faith in your connection and trust that you can come together. Take to higher ground now and cultivate curiosity about what you observe in yourself and others and in the landscape. You will find things much improved sooner than you know. So this is talking about, I guess, don't be so reactionary. Speak because watch out for reactions. But I still think this means speaking your truth, though. Like, obviously, you wouldn't get two of those same cards just for it to say, don't be that way. And the advice being that way. Maybe don't come in with such haste. Speak your truth, but don't come in with such haste. Possibly. To summarize your whole entire reading, this is about, a ruthless behavior. This is kind of like, doing everything you can to get to this victory. This is an unsatisfying victory. What you're dealing with right now is someone that's possibly an Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, or someone that you see that's very passionate. But you're starting a new beginning with them. The only thing possibly standing in your way is a message or some sort of news based off of some bad habits, or perhaps there is a lot of passion going on and there's a lot of intimacy going on between you and your partner. That's a good sign, but the only thing bad is possibly the practical stuff. I honestly think, I mean, even though I'd like to see you guys probably getting late, and you guys probably are getting late a lot, but this probably is something to do with some news in regards to old issues or a situation in regards to old habits. The advice is to just stay optimistic and to keep speaking your truth. Try not to use so much haste as the observer card expressed. Speak your truth, but watch as well. Be very mindful and be very observant. You did take this time to you did take this time to become more intuitive and invest more time in yourself, escaping from the situation, so that way you can really clearly see things and think things through. Right now, you're kind of dealing with somebody that's more focused on work, possibly, and you're kind of keeping the balance of the two, work and relationship. Or perhaps you're working a lot and you're just, you're working on being more grounded, and you see yourself more grounded at this moment because you're keeping track and balancing of practical things. But in the future, you see some balance coming in. You see all sorts of kinds of balances coming in, which is great. And your outcome, what the result is in all of this is speaking your truth, and based off of you being ready to do so. You preparing to do whatever you need to do. It's very interesting. Because perhaps getting this balance isn't exactly a satisfying victory. It is. I mean, you may get what you need. You may end up getting what you wanted, but it's not in the ways or the terms that you guys want to. So nobody. One thing that's for sure for me as a Libra is I don't like confrontation, but sometimes we need to have that confrontation to get what we need, and it may feel horrible, but we at least did what we needed to do to keep the relationship up, keep the relationship for ourselves to be positive and not depressing.